Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gwen and today I'm doing a little live show like I did for my book of the month picks. The April picks dropped. I figured I would do it for Aardvark Book Club as well because they're like a new subscription service. They started back in October of last year and they're new, they're growing, they're expanding, they're doing different things, they're adding new variety, and it seems to be like lesser known titles, which I like because you can find hidden gems that way. But welcome to the live show. I'm going to be going through the Aardvark Book Club picks for April. I'm not subscribed to Aardvark, but I do work with them on my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me, from time to time. I do have a link and a code in the description box. I don't know if it's going to work for April though. I know it worked for March, but I'm not sure. Hopefully it does. Hopefully my code still works, but if it doesn't, and you want to try out Aardvark, I'm going to be sharing all of the April picks with you. Hello, Kayla. Thanks for joining. I'm excited to see what the picks are too. I have not seen them, so I'm excited. They usually offer like 4 to 5 options. And I don't even know how many options they have. So we're going to discover it together. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up the page really quickly. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm not subscribed, but okay. So here we go. Explore April picks. I'm excited. Okay. Wow. Okay, here we go. Immediately, I recognize this one right here. Okay, so let's start with the literary fiction, sci-fi, political. Oh, it changed on me. I love how they scroll. So we're going to go back over here. A brief history of living forever. And then they have a likely story, which is contemporary fiction debut, includes a cat. I love that they include that. They have a historical romance as well. Romance, historical fiction, mystery, A Spinster's Guide to Danger and Dukes, and then they have What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez, mystery, contemporary fiction, debut novel, coming of age. That's going to be a very popular pick. And then they also have a thriller, debut novel, early release. See, that's cool that Aardvark has started doing that as well. And it's crime. So we'll go ahead and start with A Brief History of Living Forever. Let's see. I like that they do the little emojis down here. So it looks like we have some DNA, a little coffin, an airplane, and like a bionic arm. I guess that's what that is. Let's see. In a near future America obsessed with eternal life and under the increasingly threat of technological surveillance, a long lost brother and sister risk everything to reclaim their mother from oblivion. Interesting. The cover is interesting. So when Adelaide contracts a terminal illness, her thoughts turn to Teresa, the daughter she gave up at birth 40 years earlier. Leaving behind her moody grown son, Roman, in their rural Czech village, she tracks down her daughter in New York City. But the America of 2029, with its authoritarian government and closed borders, is a different place from the country she experienced as a young woman when she eloped with the filmmaker and starred in his cult sci-fi movie. Oh, man. Narrated from Beyond by Adelaide, A Brief History of Living Forever is a high-wire act of storytelling that demonstrates endless powers of invention. It turns insightful, moving, and funny. The novel that blends an immigrant mother's heartbreaking journey through the American dream with her children's quest to reclaim her from a country that would erase any record of her existence. Wow. And then here's some blurbs from different people who have read it. They get a taste for the first page. Interesting. I had not heard of that one, but it sounds quite interesting. All right, let's go back. Okay, we'll do Death of a Bookseller next. In this utterly unforgettable debut, says Catherine Ryan Howard, a disinfected true crime obsessed bookseller develops a dangerous obsession with a colleague. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Do not like the cover. No, the cover is a no for me on this one. I like the color combination, but it just looks dare I say, made in Canva. But but it sounds good from that little blurb. It does have some content warnings on this one. Discussion of serial killers, stalking, violence, and alcoholism. Things I love in books. So, but I love that they include that as well. I saw that Book of the Month is starting to do that. We have a snail, an eye, a little spy person, and headphones. Roach would rather be listening to the latest episode of her favorite true crime podcast than assisting the boring and predictable customers at her local branch of the bookstore Spines, where she worked her entire adult life. A serious true crime junkie, Roach looks down her nose at the pumpkin spice latte drinking casual fans who only became interested in the genre once it got trendy. But when Laura, a pretty and charismatic children's bookseller, arrives to help rejuvenate the struggling bookstore branch, Roach recognizes her in an unexpected kindred spirit. Despite their common interest in true crime, Laura keeps her distance, resisting the overtures of friendship. A darkly funny suspense novel raises ethical questions about the fervor for true crime and how we handle stories that don't belong to us. It sounds really good. I would definitely be picking this one. Some don't just take our word for it. Taste from the first page. Okay, yeah, that one sounds really, really good, but I am not a fan of the cover of that one. Oh, okay, good. I might have to check that out because, whew, dare I say campaign? I mean, come on, the blood drip. No, absolutely not. Good morning, Keisha. Yeah. Yeah, there definitely has to be a better cover out there. I am just like, I would almost like not pick it from Aardvark, but buy it from another bookseller that has a better cover, because that cover is not it. But the book actually sounds really, really good. Okay, next is this one. This is the one that I've been seeing everywhere. A powerful debut. Oh, sorry. It's called What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez by Claire Jimenez. A powerful debut novel that's hilariously heartbreaking and ass-kicking, and a Puerto Rican family in Staten Island who discovers their long-missing sister is potentially alive and cast on a reality TV show, and they set out to bring her home. Okay, so we have sexual assault of a minor and bullying in this one. We have a running person who looks like a girl or a woman, a car, a TV, and ass kicking. The Ramirez women of Staten Island orbit around absence when 13-year-old middle child Ruthie disappeared after track practice without a trace. I guess that's the track practice. It left the family scarred and scrambling. One night, 12 years later, older sister Jessica spots a woman on TV screen in Catfight, a raunchy reality show. She rushes to tell her younger sister Nina. The woman's hair is dyed red and she calls herself Ruby, but the beauty mark under her left eye is instantly recognizable. Could this be Ruthie after all this time? Crazy. I love that they have the little beauty mark here. And I love this cover. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm a fan of this one. And I've actually heard of that book. So I think that will be a really popular one for people to pick. Okay. Next up, we have a Spinster's Guide to Danger and Dukes. Book of the Month also had a historical romance this month, if that's people's thing. This is by Amanda Collins. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a lady in danger must be in need of rescue, but whether she wants to be rescued is up for debate. For fans of Evie Dunmore and Netflix's Bridgerton, from the best-selling author of A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem. All right, we have some content warnings. Author includes content guidance and start of book, including but not limited to claustrophobia, off-the-page descriptions of violence and murder. This cover is cute. And we have a teapot. That's so cute. A ring, a blood drop, and a flaming heart. So this one is England, 1867. Miss Poppy Delamere is living a lie to escape the odious betrothal. She fled to London, where she's been hiding as the unassuming secretary Flora Deaver. However, when her beloved sister is accused of murder, Poppy cannot leave her to the wolves. Only a most unexpected and unwelcome collision interrupts her journey home. So it's kind of like a cozy mystery meets historical romance. So that's kind of fun. That is kind of fun. And don't just take our word for it from the first page. Yeah. So Paddington Station, London, 1867. Yeah, I think that would be cute. I probably, would not pick that one, but it sounds really cute. And then their last pick of the month, A Likely Story by Lee McMullen Abramson. Let's see, we have a champagne pop here. We have a writer, copyright, a little art thing. The only child of an iconic American novelist discovers a shocking tangle of family secrets that upends everything she thought she knew about her parents, her gilded childhood, and her own stalled writing career in this brilliantly observed standout debut. Let's see. Growing up in the 90s in New York City as the only child of famous parents was both a blessing and a curse for Isabel Manning, her beautiful society hostess mother Claire, and New York Times bestselling father Ward were the city's intellectual it couple. Ward's glamorous obligations often took him away from Isabel, but Claire made sure that her childhood was always filled with magic and love. Now an adult, all Isabel wants is to be a successful writer like her father, but after many false starts and an unexpected death of her mother, she faces her upcoming 35th birthday alone and on the verge of a breakdown. Her anxiety only skyrockets when she uncovers some shocking truths about her parents and begins wondering if everything she knew about her family was all based on an elaborate lie. Let's see. Punctuated with fragments of a compulsively readable book within a book about a woman determined to steal back the spotlight from a man who has cheated his way to the top. Ooh, the characters seem eerily familiar, but is the plot based on fact? And more importantly, who is the author? This kind of does remind me, I think if you like The Plot by Jean Hans Corlitz, you might like this one. I'm kind of getting those vibes. And the cover's intriguing enough. So don't just take our word for it. Taste from the very first page. I'm glad that they're flashing back to like the late 80s, 90s. I would like that. I like 90s stories, but I probably wouldn't pick that either. So I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Aardvark Book Club. Like I said, I am not, but here are their 5 picks: A Brief History of Living Forever, Death of a Bookseller, What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez, A Spinster's Guide to Danger and Dukes, A Likely Story. So if I were going to pick, I would definitely be going with Death of a Bookseller, not that cover. And then I am interested in What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez as well. So let me know if you are subscribed, what you are going to pick. And if you were subscribed, what you would pick if you're not subscribed. So anyway, yeah, interesting books. Thank you guys once again for joining me for this quick little live show to go over the books that they offered and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing these every single month for the foreseeable future. I don't know when the Book of the Month live show will drop. It's just whenever their drops happen is when I'll go live. And then on the first of every single month around 10 a.m. Sometimes it might be a little earlier. Sometimes it might be a little later, but Aardvark always drops their monthly picks on the first, which is nice and dependable and consistent. We love that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you all have a happy day. I have some errands that I have to run off to now, but I'll see you guys again in another video. Bye, friends.